Welcome back, humble traders. Today I'll be doing a technical breakdown on Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. Before I begin, remember take a second to give the video a like and subscribe as it will greatly help out the channel. Do know that I do not provide any buy or sell calls, but focus on the potential traps laid out by the market makers. Without further ado, let's take a look at Alibaba. So just earlier in the week, Alibaba actually broke down its very critical support at $92. So you can see that after it broke down this 92, it actually sort of like collapsed down. And you can see that it's currently trying to fill this 80 to 87 gap. However, we are only partially filling this 80 to 87 gap, and currently this 85 is acting as the last support for Alibaba. So in the event that this 85 were to break down, then we will likely close the gap at 80. Whether or not after this gap has been closed, we can bounce off at 80 and then we can perhaps go back up. There's still a possibility. But however, if the market sentiments was to still remain as bearish, then high chance we will likely test this $73 once again. We may potentially get a double bottom, and we also may potentially break down this 73 depending on the market sentiments. However, if you look at the Alibaba on the weekly charts, you can see that on 3 occasions and 3 weeks consecutively, Alibaba has actually ended the week on the low. So when the stock finished at the low of the week, it indicates that there's a very strong sellers around, and they have their sole intention is to finish the stock at the bottom. So that's not a good sign for Alibaba. So there may be more downside in the upcoming week unless the whole market sentiment were to improve. There we can thereafter go back up. So let's take a look at the Hang Seng Index to get a better idea of where exactly are the potential supports coming in. So if we look at the Hang Seng Index, let's take a look at the daily charts. On the daily chart, you can see that the Hang Seng Index is actually on its last support at around 20.3K. You can see this red line here. So this red line is actually acting as its last support for the Hang Seng Index. So in the event that we do break down, then we may look at this 20,000. There may be some stop hunting at around 19.8 to 19.9K. So that is where the market makers may come in to flush out any retail investors. But if we do really break down this 19.8K, then unfortunately, we may go back to retest these lows. So overall, the market sentiment is already looking quite bad, and more downside is expected in the upcoming weeks and even the upcoming training sessions. So next week, it is important that we have a good start, because if we don't have a good start, then likely to close the gap of $80. If Hang Seng Index can climb on the Monday and Tuesday with a very good finishing, then hopefully we can go back. Whether or not we'll bounce this gap or we'll go back to the 73s, it all will depend on the market sentiments. So yeah, if there's any changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe. As you will keep the uptrend channel intact, leave a comment below if you have any other stock tier requests. Till we meet again, appreciate the manipulation.